shit. Hosted by the stage queen, Jay McClain. Miss Thelma. And Detroit's own bass king, 6'4". 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on podcasting Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe and like the Talk Your Shit page. Detroit, get ready. Let's talk some shit.
Yeah, what up, though? What up, though? Welcome to the show. Talk Your Shit with your host, 6'4", stage queen, Jay McClain, who is out of the building today. She down south. She down south.
Down south.
Yeah, we don't say south. She down south.
South.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah. She getting that new movie together. She got Devin coming out at the end of this month. No, October 30th. She'll be screening Devin at the Bel Air. So you guys definitely want to support that. And I got tickets to that. So getting on early. No, I got tickets to give away. And I got these nice prayer pillows / neck. What they call these?
Airplane pillows.
Oh, airplane pillows. I thought they'd be sitting on these. Okay, airplane pillows.
Or
So-
I know what you mean because when when women come back from the DR getting hooked up, that's what they be using to sit down sometimes for their buttocks.
Yeah, but that's
That's
but that's a airplane.
Okay,
pillow.
so we got 2 tickets to the movie Devin, Jay McClain's movie Devin. So if you want these tickets, the first caller to call in at area code 248-854-9850, you will win those tickets, and them tickets cost. If you got 3-5 now, I might be able to do something with you. I don't know. I better call and get these tickets. Call up, get the tickets. They're yours for the taking. Also, we have a special guest in the building. She is an actress who she's in Jay's movie Devin. Introduce yourself, young lady.
Hi, my name is Tracy, and I am playing the role of Valerie in Devin. You guys must see this. We did a stage play on this a couple years ago, and we got a great turnout, and so now we're converting it over to film, and it's going to be an awesome story.
Valerie.
Yes.
That sounds like a shit maker. That sounds like a shit talking. That's like one of them girls back in the 80s. Val don't do shit but star shit.
Val,
So
keep
what's up with Val? What's up with the character? What you doing in there?
Oh, you got to see the movie. There's a mystical about Valerie. Some things are revealed in her entanglement with the pastor.
So Valerie, that choir member who she banging the pastor too.
She freaking on the pastor.
Wow.
Giving them his scripts.
To the naked eye.
Valerie must got it going on. Real talk. Well, that's what's up, because you got those in the church. In the church. Unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
You got those in the house of God.
Amen.
But I guess it is what it is, that's why I tell people in church, don't be fronting. You know what I'm saying? We know you. We know it's hoes there.
God
we
knows.
ain't tripping.
God know you a hoe.
We
God
know,
knows the
right?
truth.
It's something how we do everything we big enough to do as if God ain't watching. Then go to God for prayer. Like if he knew you before the foundation of the world, then he knew you was gonna be in that threesome.
It was already written.
You just ain't know. He ain't write you in a threesome. He just knew you was gonna deviate. That's all.
He said, God
I want to
already
say
knew.
God endorses threesomes. We don't want to say that.
Yeah, we're definitely not
But we
saying
do
that.
know that if he predestined your steps, then he seen when you was going to mess up. See, I tell people the surprise is you. You the one going to be surprised because you didn't know you was going to fondle it up like that. You didn't know when you got that money you was going to screw it up that quick. God knew it. You just ain't know it until you did it.
But it's all part of the bigger picture. So
Yes.
it's the steps that need to be taken. I call it the necessary evils
The necessary evils.
to get you to the right path.
Right, I can dig that. The saucy sisters, they in church. Those saucy sisters. Yeah. I dig that. I used to. I when I was in church, I wasn't on my best behavior all the time, but You're right. People think when you get saved, the first thing that takes away your chances of ever sinning. You know, like you'll never do it again. But it don't work like
that's
that.
not
We found out it don't work like that.
Exactly.
Because I know when I got saved, I had to remember. Forgot about the right hand of fellowship.
He's at the
Well,
right
like
hand.
you say, God
because
is
I
still, like you say, God already know what you're gonna do before you do it. So it's just a matter of you being self-aware and making small adjustments along the way, along your journey.
I like the way you're so conservative. And you
I
speak
like
so
that.
with
Small
clarity.
adjustment. I like that. So, what did you take from this movie? I mean, this is going to the big screen, Bel Air.
Yeah. I took a lot from it. I mean, it is definitely shedding a light on some things that happens in the church and just making, not that people are aware, but then you have those faithful churchgoers that don't want to accept the truth that this actually really exists. When we did the stage play, got a lot of feedback and reactions from some of our motherboards and older women, very upset and disrupted by the story, but it's the truth.
Well, some of the mothers on the mothers boards need to get on their game in the church. I mean, if you're gonna be a mother of the church, be a damn mother, not a competitor. You know, a lot of the mothers in the church need to be told something. They got some of the stupidest attitudes when it comes to so-called love, some of the dumbest attitudes when it comes to so-called empathy. You know, they size you up when you come through the door. Ain't no Jesus in a lot of them mothers on that mother. That nigga just gave them something to do while they at church to keep getting their pension. There ain't no real mother. If they were real mothers in the church, we wouldn't have too many Valeries.
Well, yeah, that's
you feel
true.
me? If the mothers were really like the mothers of our time, got your head right before you got to church. You know what I'm saying? Girl, cover that shirt all the way up. Cover that up to your neck, baby. Come here. Let me put that dress down a little lower for you, girl. Yeah, they got your head right. Back in our days, the church mothers was real. You know, I was telling my boys that, image is everything. Because, when we was coming up in church or school, everybody was older than us.
Yeah.
Like, my teacher was like 50, I was like 60.
Yeah.
So you instantly had an instant respect for that image of that person when you seen them. So you had no problems falling in line when you seen that older person because that's who you were raised by.
You respect your elders first and foremost until they open their mouth and start veering you in the wrong direction. And then you see that, they may not be equipped to really.
Yeah, we got some old fools out there. I'm not going to, deny that. Yeah, you're right about that. So it's coming out October 30th in the Bel Air 10. So you guys, I got tickets to see Devin. If you want to see Tracy play Valerie, call us up at 248-854-9850. And you can win tickets in this nice neck pillow. So while you're in the Bel Air, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I think they even 420 friendly now up in that mofo. Boy, don't let it get like that. Niggas ain't gonna go home.
Wow.
When the next movie coming on?
Really, I didn't know that. That was.
I'm gonna be here for a minute, dog. I get it.
I'm gonna let him have that one.
I get it. I get it. I can do that. I can fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? 420 at the movie theater. Oh my God, they will make so much money. The concessions will go through the roof, dog. Juju fruit will be out. They'll be out of juju fruit.
Well, people been doing it. They do it in their car before they come in. That's all. It ain't never stopped.
Yeah, but ain't nothing like being in there while you enjoying that movie. Like, yeah, we really on some ball shit. Hey, man, pass it to roll forward. Good stuff, man. Listen, shouts out to all of the actors and actresses in the city of Detroit. And the playwriters, the movie makers. You guys have been doing an amazing job since y'all sprung on the scene. The Sean P's, the Jay McClains. If I don't know your name, you know who you are. Mm-hmm. You have took hold of this media and this cinema stuff, and you didn't ask help from Hollywood. You didn't ask help from the banks. You went straight, and you got the damn thing done. And I think that's deserving of more than a pat on your back.
That's
I think
right.
you should really, 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 really fuck with yourself because of that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Today's topic. What's up, Doc?
What can black men do to make our community better?
What could black men do to make it? And my thing is there anything we can do to make it better? Or is that a rhetorical question? Is that a question that doesn't require an answer as much as it requires action? Because I've always maintained that the black man's position in discipline and everything is going to be a bit different because we have a different ego.
Yeah.
Our ego is not the same as the black woman's ego. And what they may see wrong, we might not see as a wrong. You get where I'm going? So I asked the question so the fellas could give me some kind of way to go on. Now, on my TikTok, I started off and said that honesty. You could start with that aspect. And when I mean honesty, meaning if all you want out of a woman when you meet her is sex, then, you a man. Who gonna whoop your ass for telling the truth? Really.
Truth is always respected first and foremost.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think to tell people who they're dealing with will give them a chance to have a better summation of you, and then allow them to say, okay, well, you know what? All right, I could do that. I can do that. Or you know what? No, I'm not with that. But I think deception, once you take deception out of the picture, things go better, no matter whether it's coming from the male side or the female side. Deception cannot be in it. And I don't know if that'll make the community better, but I know that may make the relationship between man and woman better, which in turn, if y'all gonna have kids, it's gonna end up being a community. I think it starts with both of y'all before that even becomes a component.
Yeah,
Tracy,
but then
I'm gonna say, Tracy, what do you think? Tell the truth.
it's definitely a loaded question, but I think what we need to bring back is structure. I understand the truth.
But it ain't just on black men, though, correct?
No, it's not. But when we're talking about our black communities specifically, I think we need structure. If you walk out the house and you see two women or young kids in the middle of the street fighting, do you turn the other cheek or do you break it up and try to figure out let's get down to what's really going on and not promote this negative energy, always the cat fights, for the men to step in and say, hey, that's not cool and frown upon it. And now that's a trend. Now that's the new thing to be respectable. So the men set the tone of the community. But if you putting forth the negative energy to things that's going on, or you just turning a blind eye to it, like I ain't got time to get involved in that, I'm keeping it moving on my mission, then there's no structure. The youth is they're self-raised.
So let's think about this. And I'm not talking about black. Well, she said, see the loaded part of it, she said black men.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about our community.
Right. But the thing is, we don't have a community. We only have neighborhoods.
And the reason why we don't have communities is because we don't have structure.
I'm agreeing with you. But the structure comes from women.
It comes from the home.
It comes from home with women. Men are the head of their families when it comes to the providing and quote unquote protecting, but the structure of the family is based from the woman.
That's right, but we have so many broken homes. We have single mothers. Our men is getting locked up, murdered, out, with multiple women and breaking the homes, so that breaks the woman down. Yes, she has to provide, and now she has to be the man and the woman. So the male role is provide, lead, protect. But if he doesn't exist, then all you have is this woman. Where are our men that?
Well, the thing is too,
because I don't think there's a male role.
It's the foundation. It's like,
but men are not the foundation.
I think it's instead of a male role because.
Yeah, I mean,
because my wife ain't done
it's
this. My wife ain't do that. My wife ain't do that same
a controversial topic.
So
for
if
sure.
and it's unfair for you to be here too, man.
Well, here's the thing.
I didn't realize I'll be by myself.
Well, here's the thing that I realized, right? And I looked at it in the light of truth. It's not the male, you being a woman, or she's being a woman playing a male's role. You being a human doing a human thing. Because I don't go to school. I didn't do everything I do just to say I'm a strong black man and I did it on my own. I did it because those are the things required to live in life.
Right.
If I want money, if I want
you
clothes.
got to do it regardless.
Right. So I don't get a special badge because I did something in life for me because I'm supposed to do for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't say, well, this is strictly your role when it comes to this. If we are in it together, it's both of our role to make sure it continues to go.
It's a collaboration.
It's a collaborative thing. And I think we break up the collaboration, then get mad at the collaborators about the breakup. And that is something that is a whole nother conundrum because
wait a minute,
what happens?
Go ahead.
What happened between him and her is a whole different story. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
See, that missing piece of the puzzle. The home was broken. Okay, but why?
Well, that dates all the way back. Like he just said, we don't have the community, so that dates all the way back from slavery.
But we have the answer.
If we go back and trace that, we know why the system is broken. We know why we don't have the communities. We know why.
But knowing why does not give us an answer. So how
do we fix it?
Well, it could be fixed overnight. I think it could. And when I say overnight, meaning we'll be able to see it happen. When I say overnight, we'll be able to see it happen. Okay, like for instance, I told the brothers. No, it wasn't a brother. I was talking to my sister, and I was telling her about men. And she told me about this guy who comes to her job and always try to talk to her and every girl at the job. If my sister say no, he go to the next teller. And my sister, and I said, well, what the guy be saying? What he look like and all this stuff? She said, nigga always got his pants hanging, and he always spitting this Moorish queen this, queen that. And I said, okay, listen, do this. The next time you see him, tell him, I'm not saying nothing else to you until you pull your pants up. And I said, and after you do that, you tell all those other tellers to tell him the same thing. Mm-hmm. She said 2 weeks later, he came back in there with his pants, with a belt on his pants,
that's right.
and looked at them and said, now my pants is up. Why y'all ain't talking to me now? Mm-hmm. I said, now you see that power you had? Yeah. You told every other teller. I said, because all of you rejected him, he got in his mind, the next time I see them, I'm gonna have my pants
He made
up.
an adjustment.
And it takes and I say that to say to my sisters, it takes also for you to be uniform on how y'all gonna receive a dude. If you say no to him, she gotta say no to him. She gotta say no to him. He cannot find a crack in that at all. That way he has no choice but to get within himself and say, I have to change. And that little experiment was proof that your unity, the power is in the unity of anything.
One of the best things I can say is like this. Water only forms to what is put in.
Okay.
That's right.
Right? So when you think about it, the young man you talking about, he was placed in the glass. And you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so he said, okay, this is what I got to conform to.
Yep.
Because this was the only thing they're going to uphold to. So when you think about that, you have to look at the black woman is the key to our very existence. To our very existence, y'all the key, and y'all also is can be the damaging part to us.
Wow. So you putting all that responsibility
No,
on
I didn't
us?
say that. Doc Chill said that.
And you said responsibility, right?
Yeah, that's
no, it's not. I'm talking about the purpose.
Okay.
The purpose of the woman is to bring in life, correct? Nurture life, correct?
That's right.
Set the tone of the family, correct?
That's right.
So, yes, when it comes down to our livelihood in our community, the only reason why black men act how they act because they want the woman. And like he just said, if the woman say, listen, we
set standards, set higher standards.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
so I mean, you guys, this is a load. It's just loaded, and
It's
we can
loaded.
go
It's
on
that-
and on for hours.
Unloaded.
I mean,
I like
and,
to
and it's not,
unload it.
and it's not a pointing fingers thing, but
Yeah, it's definitely
I'm just
not.
showing that the power that a woman
It's
has,
more of an assessment.
most definitely the power that a woman has is incredible. And majority of women I know don't even want to take that part. They're like,
What's up, my shine?
That's too much responsibility. It's not about responsibility. It's just about having an understanding on your place and your purpose.
that's right. But if we can walk away today with a solid understanding for the people,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
a good starting spot. You know,
And I think-
within each individual home is a community. So
That's right.
it
That's
starts
right.
there.
That's right.
So
That's
if
right.
little Bobby is listening to rap music all day and mom is out working and dad is in and out, there's no structure. There's no community within that home. And then little Bobby goes out and shoots John down the street or whatever. Now we just have a bigger.
Because he has no checks or balances in him.
There's
either,
no
right.
structure in the home. And when the home
totally
is
agree.
solid, then that builds the community.
But the homes ain't solid.
How about that?
But they're
And,
not.
and
so
the
I
thing
mean,
of
that's
it
just
is
that's
I don't
the
think that's a
pandemic
man's
that
fault,
we
though.
have.
I don't think that's men's fault that the home isn't solid because it don't take two people to make a solid home.
No, it doesn't.
All it takes is the person that's there to be solid. To me, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen my mother do it. I've
Yeah,
seen
I
women of
grew
my
up with just
time.
my mom, but we're talking about how can black men make the community
that's
better
all.
And
to
I-
get back on
Right.
that. How do we what do we give the people?
So,
to
fellas, call us
start
up,
with?
248-854-9850. If you have any suggestions, fellas, 248-854-9850. Ladies, if you have something to say, you can call up too, and we could talk about that. Like I said, now, what I said was relationship-based, men being honest. Now, for men to be really effective, and see, it goes back to the home again. It leads back because for me to be effective in the public, there has to be a bridge for me that's created, like my mama used to do. You know what I'm saying? Respect your elders. She built the bridge for the outsiders. Respect your elders, number one. That says a lot. So when mama said respect your elders, that means everyone who older than me, who looks like my mama, I got to kind of tone it down and bring the issue to her and let her handle that. Now, she told me that, and my father wasn't there. My mama put that in me.
yeah,
You feel me?
definitely.
So the structure is, to me, if the person is weak, the house ain't, whether you male or female, because there's guys who's there and the house is still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: whoever is there, and if that will be one of the answers, black men going back, then we need to explore that and figure out if he goes back, what is he going back to?
Miss Pierce.
See, that becomes a question too. What is if okay? Say he said, okay, then I'm with it. Let's what is he going back to? And when he gets back there, is he going to be? Will he be allowed to be effective enough to cause the change that's needed?
Well-
See, that becomes a very important question.
Miss Pierce says, I agree. I've been saying the same thing. We as women have to demand the respect collectively. Still doesn't take the responsibility off of our elder men in the community to really step on and talk to these brothers and be a true example.
Yeah, mentor.
But here's the thing about being the system has broken up the black man to where we don't have a brotherhood or mentorship type of relationship. We have an ego relationship, right?
Now, when we was growing up, it was different.
Right, that's what I said. So
Yeah.
when we was growing up, it was different, right?
So what changed that from being different?
I mean-
We're our 80s, coming from the 70s and 80s. I couldn't ride my bike around the street, around the corner, and get into something without a neighbor calling my mom and saying, "Hey, your daughter is around here." That's still trying to get back to the community itself. And then you talked about the young men that's walking around sagging their pants. Either you're afraid to say something to them to correct them because you might get shot or killed, or why is our black men that's not doing it correcting if you in the store or you see it? pull them to the side to say, hey, this not the thing to do, or
Well,
to
because the bridge-
coach them up in your daily walk.
The bridge wasn't there.
I'm about to say.
Because I can't, like you say, I can't say that to them because some women didn't set it up for that to happen, because they told them, just listen to me, don't nobody tell me shit about my kids, and then the kids say, well, I only listen to my mama. And then now we got a problem, because now you got a dude who know what you doing is messed up. And then you are willing to mess everything up because you remember what the one power in your home. See, it goes back to the home.
So hold on, listen. Miss Pierce said, black men is a part of the foundation. If men aren't there, then the foundation isn't stable. So it's not solid. Like Chris Rock said, it's nothing like saying, I'm going to tell your daddy. If the dad isn't there and there is a missing link. Hold on, so let me address this, please, because I love this. It's not fair to do that, to put fear in the child growing up fearful of his daddy and loving for their mother.
Right.
Just because a father is there, they put. Here's the thing, I swear, because I've been in both my children. I have shared parenting,
Right.
and my daughter recently, her mother tried to put that, you go stay with your daddy. She said, okay. You feel me?
Right.
Because I discipline her without abusing her, and I discipline her without taking things away. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, so to this. Now, black men, so where's the foundation with white men? Where's the foundation with Hispanic men? Where's the foundation with any other culture? Now, so y'all will understand, all cultures, well, because then when I say all, then people will come and look at this. Majority of every culture,
Yeah.
the woman set the tone for the family.
That's right.
I agree.
It's a tone approved.
Wait a minute, and hold on. And we the only group of people that plays weight on the man.
Well, it's an unnecessary way, because see, as a man, we already know what's up. You see, and that's why when some women be like, well, I know he'll like this. No, you don't. If you don't ask him, how do you know what he likes? You got to know. You have to hear it out of his mouth. Sometimes as men, we don't say the things that we really need to say. And because we want to save face, nobody likes to argue, but sometimes you just got to say it, man. I mean, when I say we leads back to the house again, you have to build that bridge so that man can be effective, so he can get their heads right. But if your whole thing since them kids been children, men ain't shit, men ain't this, men ain't that, then when a man says something, they're going to remember you said men ain't shit. So we can't beat what they already put in the children's head about us.
Most definitely. So we are guilty as a whole. I don't necessarily do it, and
you may not do it, but it happens.
It happens,
There
but
it
what
is.
our
Right,
job is to do is to lift our men up. If he out working hard, he might not be making a whole lot of money, but at the end of the day, when he come home, he making an honest living. So he come home, and then we as women, we're frustrated from what little Bobby been doing all day, and then we take that and attack the man and point out his shortcomings.
We got a caller. That's why I like Everybody Hates Chris. If you notice in Everybody Hates Chris, Rochelle is happy with Julius living.
Call you on there.
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
This is Six's sister Moochie.
Hey, what up, Mooch?
How are you? How's everybody this morning?
Hello.
All right, we got our guest
Pretty
here,
good.
Tracy. Tracy in the movie Devin. She playing Valerie.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm looking at your girlfriend. You look pretty.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
This morning, I'm getting ready to be controversial. This topic should be about the men,
Yes.
but I'm gonna say this, and I'm here to piss everybody off that it applies to. And that's why I called in. My brother knows how I get down.
Hush your mouth. Make it
Okay.
quick, because somebody else calling in.
So I'm gonna say this: the black women are the hubs. When you get a chance, get your dictionaries out and look at what hub means. That's the center, the driving force. Okay, Black women are the driving force. We do not need someone there to instill morals. If we do, that says that we're weak. I'm looking at a couple of the comments, and it says that Black men, one of them says Black men are the foundation, are part of the foundation. That is so true. But if the hub is screwed up, the foundation will not stand. Black women have so much power that we can control what everybody in our home thinks, even if there is a good, providing, productive husband in the home. That's how much power we have. And in my opinion, as a whole, we have not used that power for the greater good of our community, which is our home. And then when we come outside, other people have to deal with the shit that we've done in our home.
Inside the home.
Black women will not allow men to rule or tell them how to run their homes if they're not in it. So we got to start pretending that men can help us. We need you brothers. We need every last one of you. I talk to my brother every day about how much we need you. If you guys go away from us, you leave us vulnerable.
Yes.
We have got to pull this together. You guys are not nurturers. It's the essence of who I am. I have the ability to change this. What I put out as a Black woman controls everything that people put back into me. So I know this conversation is about Black men, and I'm not dissolving you guys of y'all's bullshit.
Right.
Because you've done some stuff. But I'm saying, because I'm the hub, when y'all get off the air, ask my brother about me and what I've taught him since the 90s and how I've raised my children. I don't play, and I don't have to beat their asses to keep them in line.
There you go. Thank you for calling in.
We Black women, I'm telling you, I love you. I love all of you. I want us to be a little more understanding to what the brothers have been going through. And you cannot hold somebody accountable for something if you're not righteous, because they're going to always point fingers back to you. We have an opportunity to change this. If not, guess what's happening? Generation Y and Z. Generation Y is the millennials. Generation Z is coming right after them. They are going to be messed up. Hopefully, I'll be dead because I don't want to be here for it.
Me neither. They are
you
already.
You wearing a new pillow. You wearing a neck pillow.
Yes. You
all have a good day.
You too.
Love you all.
Yeah, you had asked the question earlier, Tracy. Like, how did we get to this? Right. Just think about, we got 36-year-old grandmothers.
Yeah.
Okay. We had 36.
The daddy can't be responsible for that.
We had 36-year-old grandmothers. And I tried to tell this young lady this maybe a few months ago. Black men ain't no good. I said, here's the thing. Black women is the only race of women that say their men ain't no good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are our sons.
Mm-hmm.
I have a son,
right?
And I refuse to let that come out my mouth. So I know that I'm scared to death raising my son. Every day I have anxiety. He's 11 years old, and I pray over him, pray over his protection and his daily walk, because as a mom, I can instill a lot. I can talk to him and show him, but he still has to go out into the world and blossom and have his own curiosities and form his own opinions about life itself. So in a sense, that's the community comes into that, because once I send him out to school, that's another community. He's going to pick up things, and then he's going to develop his own thought process about, well, mom said this, but we all grow up into be adults.
Is he growing up around black children?
Yeah, is
he growing up around black children?
He's growing up with Caucasian.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I told my friend a few months ago.
Call in, fellas, 248-854-9850.
Same thing I told my daughter mother. If you don't give a child a position to grow up in their own community, right, it causes confusion. My daughter we had a situation. Her mother's like, if you go to school if you could live with your daddy, you don't be going to school with black kids.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
It's what we're looking for is a better quality of education. Is the reason why one stray to a different community, so to speak.
But sometimes it's this is my point. There's a lot of black institutions that have it's all black establishment, right? My daughter was in her first 100 days of school. She got kicked out 38 days. You know why? No one there was authority figure of her color. They said, Naveen, come on, stop it. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, Naveen, a black woman, sound like her mother, be like, Naveen, stop.
Yeah,
Right?
I've had to tell my son's teachers coming up that they,
Talk with authority.
they need to talk with authority because he was running the classrooms, and that was when he was like
5,
3 and 4.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not gonna work, and he's gonna run all over you. And so I had to observe and sit behind that glass where he didn't even know that I was there. I would do that a lot. And try to figure out who he was and who he was becoming. And so when I was picking up on...
But lucky for you, you had a job that allowed you to do that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't. So that's what I'm just saying. That's all I'm trying to say is the way for black men and black women to take back our communities, put our love and our faith and our money back into our communities.
That's right.
A lot of times, this is a people thing. It ain't a person thing.
And be happy with less.
Right.
People got to understand what survival is all about and what living is all about. And I think a lot of times disappointment is a big cause of a lot of breakups in broken homes because people become disappointed with each other's positioning.
Miss Pierce got upset. I guess Miss Pierce got upset. She said, "Thank you. We have gone so far left." I'm like, no, it's conversation. Sometimes things don't have to stay on track in order to. We communicating. So communication don't always.
It is what it is. We just got to understand that if we're going to be effective, we have to be given the tools to be effective. And at this point, because of what's said and what has been said about us, the tools are non-effective because these kids are grown now. They didn't call us when they was 2. They called them to get these kids right.
They waited till it got out of control. When now
right.
It's out
So
of
now,
control.
if Daddy do go back home, he going back home. Not just he gonna be fighting her. He gonna be fighting the kids. Now he's the bad guy because he's the thinker. He's the guy who's gonna come in, and that's why I told people people got this thing about submission. I was talking to a young lady about submission one time. And she was in the cab, and she was like, "I wish I would submit to a man. That's just a bull." And I said, "Listen, do you know what the word submit even means?" I said, "Look it up on your Google. Submit means basically to give unto another person's will. That's all that means. But to do that, you got to trust that person. You got to trust that person enough to know that I could just roll on with him. Now, in that will, you shape. That's all he's doing is help shaping things. So you are the hub." You are the hub of the home. So you submit to your husband's will because he's going to help shape that. Mm-hmm. So he's going to help bring the things necessary to make sure that hub is strong and impenetrable. Whether it be paying the bills, being the arm of discipline, meaning the last line of defense of discipline, because if the parental coalition is working right, then the children will adhere to stern instruction versus you happen to always slap them around.
Yeah, and I want us to address what you mentioned about the perception of fear that we put into our children. I'm gonna call your dad or I'm gonna call your mom. It's not necessarily that you're going to physically discipline them.
Right.
It could be, I don't want to disappoint my dad, and they may know that I love my dad so much, so I'm gonna call your dad, and guess what? I'm gonna straighten up because I don't want this news to get to him because he's gonna be disappointed. I don't want to disappoint him. So it's the.
I agree with that.
So we're not always saying that this was about to come out of this, so it depends on the relationship.
It all depends on how the woman said it too.
Yeah.
Or the man said.
Yeah. How you say it is everything.
I ain't gonna lie, like my mother say, I'm gonna call Punch. Punch is my cousin. I know that van was gonna pull up, I get my ass whooped, and he be like, nah.
Because you got some people that's like that. When they get that call, They ain't trying to hear nothing else. They're just going to handle it and ask questions later.
Right.
And that's respected in a sense, depending on the child. I mean, I was disciplined physically as a kid, and I turned out okay.
I think all
Yeah.
children should be
Yeah,
disciplined.
I respect my mom, so when they said I'm gonna call your mom, I don't want you to call my mom. I don't want to have to deal with
You
her.
want me to say that now? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing else.
I got you. Yeah, you know, sometimes that's all it takes. It's just tighten up.
Yeah.
Just tighten up.
And see, ultimately, I think we're being called to fix something that we really didn't break. You know, I think that's probably why a lot of men kind of buck back, because that's like, I catch a lot of, somebody at the door, I catch a lot of flack on my TikToks about,
It's Fifi.
oh, that's Fifi.
Crazy ass.
Yeah. What did I just say?
He said,
You
oh,
take a lot of flack on something.
Fifi just threw me off. Yeah, I'll take a lot of flack about when I say that. But I'm saying for real, if we didn't, it's hard to feel guilty about something that you didn't do. It's hard to give credence to something that you really didn't have a hand in doing. But you do have a heart and you have empathy about what's going on. So you do want to fix it. I know the average brother in the sound of my voice want to fix what's going on.
Right.
Want to see better. You got to be a damn fool to think that black men are walking around here seeing what's up and say,
And
well,
don't
man,
want- and don't want to do
you got to be, you know that we'll go in that house, rip that weave out her head, get our belt out, slap every kid in the house, put them all in the room.
Where are you
Put
going
them
with this?
all in the room and listen. When you motherfuckers come out that room, Daddy got something to say. If I'm gonna do this boat, if I'm gonna ride this boat, y'all gonna be the passengers I need y'all to be.
well,
So what
Cause
I
you never
say,
know how Daddy gonna come back in. He might gotta come to a son who. We don't know what we coming back to. I'm gonna tell you that, nah, brothers, you
I
gonna
don't
be
know what the
therapy
hell
if you
6
go
four
back.
is talking about right now. My pulling weave.
so yeah, so back
did I go?
back to
Did I?
the
Yeah.
back to the
I was talking
community.
to Gazoo.
So you there's four black men in our community that I do know that's working hard on doing exactly that. Calvin Man is one of them. Yusuf Shakur is
Yeah,
another.
Yusuf Shakur. Malik Shabazz.
Who?
Malik Shabazz, the Black Panther, new Black Panther. It's a lot of
It's
them
a lot
that's
of
out there.
Mama Shu, she built the whole house for children to come and be able to do their homework. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So there's a lot of people. However, the resistance come from young parenting. Okay, if you have a woman that's giving birth to a child and she's 13 and 14 and she's
What
on
kind of
her
mother
own,
she gonna make?
what
really?
type of mother she gonna be?
She's self-raised and figuring it out as she
Exactly.
goes.
And
So-
that's the wrong thing to do, to
So-
be trying to figure that out with a
But it's
child.
nothing you can do,
When
but
he-
do it. I mean, it's
That's
done.
true. That's true. But so listen to what we're saying.
Messed up on the job training.
A child who's being born, raised on, giving birth to another child.
That's why we tell
She's
them, don't do it.
16, right?
Don't
So
do
by
it.
the time that
But why
child,
should, hold on, I don't mean to break you up, but why is we even talking about a 16-year-old
No, because-
having babies? We
because
shouldn't even
that's-
be having that
that's the-
conversation.
But
That's
that's
common.
what we're
That's
dealing
common
with
right
right
now.
now.
And that's why I'm mad, because that shit shouldn't be common.
That's
She
it.
should. What is going on in her house that you gotta have this type of? You ain't talking to your 16-year-old daughter about the periodical timetables.
So
Well,
guess
you
what?
ain't
Let's
talking to her
talk
about the
about the
chemistry.
mother. Let's talk about the
Right.
parents that works full-time jobs,
Yeah.
and you have a child that is a little curious about life,
She's-
and they venture off and they get into trouble because the parents is out working and
See,
can't be
parent-
home
again,
policing the child.
Parents.
The child has responsibility to go
There
to
it
school,
is.
get out of school.
Parents.
We making it as we go. We're
Parents.
trying to figure it
Parents
out.
making
So
messed
you're
up
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
But see,
so
as parents,
what
that's why
happens?
y'all can't be making these fucked up decisions and then having damn kids. If you know you want to be a worker and you doing all that, damn it, you got to protect yourself.
Well, you
This
can't
is where I
have
went
kids
with
to
my
live
children.
on the system. Is
Well,
that what you're promoting?
No, I'm saying this. Stop having them. Damn, we act like we gotta have fucking babies.
Well-
Stop having kids.
Well-
Lord
You
says to
16,
be
you
fruitful.
17, you 14, you 13. Nigga, you ain't supposed to be no daddy. Girl, you ain't supposed to be no mama. Your only fucking worry is that your hair ain't done at 15. Not what nigga I'm fucking tonight. What the fuck going on with these goddamn households that these kids thinking about fucking and not the goddamn Flintstones, not the goddamn cartoons.
Well-
y'all kids, y'all teenagers, until you fucking 21, until you 20, if the name teen is on your damn age, you a motherfucking kid. And what the hell you doing thinking about what type of girl got the fucking biggest booty? What type of nigga in your class got the biggest dick? I gotta look at the person in that household and ask him or her, what the fuck wrong with you? Oh man, I work too much. Well, nigga, quit the goddamn job. What's more important, you blowing up or your kids growing up?
So with that being said, if you put 15 teens in this room and just expressed yourself the way you did,
He would be
how
accepted.
many 15-year-old, how many of those kids would have actually received that message?
They
from
got to
you?
be incompetent if they think the way I said it was stirred them from doing the right
the
thing. I call you
delivery- the
incompetent.
delivery and how we
don't
teach our
do it.
children
That's
is
what I
a
told
big
my son. Don't
effect.
do it. I didn't give him condoms and say, I know you're going to do it. I said, no, I'm not giving you shit. Don't do it.
Yeah, but-
you're going to mess your life up.
But 6'4",
Heed
but
the
six-
warning.
but
It
six-
messed everybody else up. Who's successful because of it?
Wait a minute, you can't say that.
No, yes, I can. Who is successful because of teenage pregnancy?
Well-
Where have teenage pregnancy got the black community? We all thinking now.
No.
Where have it gotten us?
Listen.
Give me the positive points of what
No,
you're talking about.
No, the positive points of one, you can't say when
Call
God-
us up, 248-854-9854.
One thing a person
Give me
can-
some positive points.
Number one, first of all, people don't look at the things. It don't have to be a positive points. It don't have to be no positive points, but it could be in existence for you to realize the truth. The truth, when God reveals who you are, what you are, and what's to come, our job is to fix it.
Yes, we fix it, but we fix it the right way.
Wait, there's no right.
You
way.
cannot tell me that at 11 and 12 years old, as a parent,
I never listen.
your son and daughter,
It's not about.
where is the connection
So
in the
I'm
house
not-
to these kids
we're
to make
not
sure that
saying
their
that-
mindset is where it should be at 10, 15? Because you know what I was thinking about at 15 years old?
Yeah.
I wanted the right color cleats for my uniform so I could play basketball. Football.
Call
Go ahead, caller. Who we talking to?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who we talking
Good
to?
morning.
Who we talking to?
Oh my God, this is Carmen. He's going off.
Oh my goodness.
Carmen,
yes,
you want these tickets to see Devin?
Oh my God. If I was a child and I was listening to you, I would totally shut down. I wouldn't receive anything that you're saying.
That's right.
Because it's not delivered in love. It's not delivered in no kind of compassion or anything.
It's never going to be.
It's passionate. It's passionate. But sometimes
Do you know
our
what the word
passion can be
passion mean?
delivered in the. Sometimes our passion can be delivered wrong.
It's
And you would
Well,
shut down. You would shut
exactly.
down a person before they receive what you say. Not that what you're saying is not totally accurate.
That's all I needed to hear. It's accurate. And if
But-
you shut down
but your
because of
delivery-
accuracy, that's not my fault.
But your delivery is totally off. That's like you going in trying to tell your wife
Sometimes,
Yeah,
or your significant
sometimes
other.
you just gotta throw it on your
Let me
porch.
finish. Let me finish my
Sometimes you ring the
sentence.
bell.
Let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
That's like you going in talking to your spouse or your wife, your significant other, whoever, and you want her to understand where you're coming from or your point of view, and you're going in attacking. She's not going to hear nothing that you said, although everything that you say may have been point on. She's going to shut down and she's going to go into a defensive mode.
Right.
So we have to learn how to communicate with each other, not just talk. You have to
Delivery
learn
is
how to
everything.
deliver the message the way that you want it received. So that's the first thing.
I get that.
The
You right.
the second thing is I don't feel comfortable with the pressure that is placed on women in general, but especially the African American woman. I think that at some point, and I'm not placing blame, however, I am saying that at some point our African American men need to get themselves together. And
Call
to be
again,
in a
sorry.
household. To be in a household. Because at the end of the day, the man is the head, and we follow. He is supposed to lead. So he's supposed to come to the table with something for us to follow.
Can I ask you a question,
And-
Carmen? Where
Sure.
is it said that the man is the head?
You said where does this
Yeah,
it say? You talking about in the Bible?
No, I ain't talking about the Bible anywhere.
Well, it's tradition. It's traditional.
It's not.
And when I say the head, I'm meaning the person that the family follow. However, the woman is always the silent head in a family.
No, she is the head of the family. You heard of Big Mama. You don't hear about Big Papa.
Hey, let's get to the next call. Hey, thank you, Carmen. I dig her point. She was right. Delivery is everything. We're gonna go to the next caller, Doc. Get that next call on before we call.
Whenever they call back.
Oh, they call. Go ahead, Carmen. Keep doing your thing.
Okay.
All right, then. Thank you, Carmen.
Okay, bye-bye.
No, I mean, I get it. Sometimes UPS put your package on the porch. Sometimes they ring your bell.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's still the same package. But you're right. I mean, I know sometimes delivery in some instances is important, but when it comes to what this spirit that we're attacking, you can't give it no legs. You can't give it no breath. What is going on is totally it's wrong. It is wrong, and our homes have been flipped upside down because of this misfocus of our children.
So now that we know that it's wrong, I'm about solutions.
Right.
So we can talk and go back and forth about why and what it shouldn't be. The question is, how do we fix it and where do we start? Is really the bigger picture.
I started here. Like I told my son, you don't be a father. That's where you start. Number one, get that out of your mind. You are a young man, grow, get your money, experience things in life. Go live your life as a man, a single man first, and know what you want to do when you do get to that point. Go ahead. Caller, who we talking to?
Hey, this is Sir Tice.
What's up, Sir Tice? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir Tice, you want these tickets to go see Devin?
Say time 6-4.
You want these tickets to go see Devin, man, if you in town on October 30th?
I love to, but I'm in Florida right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You an Indian giver. You just gave him the car, man.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. All right, Carmen, they respond. I didn't know she wanted them or not. Carmen, if you want the tickets, they're yours, baby.
Hey, the point about Big Mama, I'm going to definitely speak on because there's more things to that. And good, happy Saturday to you all.
Thank you.
6-4, I know you. The other people on the panel, I'm sorry if I don't know your name, but I got to run this off. What is the name of the topic again? Is what can black men do for black men in the community, or what can black men do to take back the community? I forget.
To make the community better. What could we do to make things better?
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Number one, what is a community comprised of? Families, right? You don't have a community if you don't have a family. That is the foundation.
True.
That's what we have to get back to. So all this, we need programs, we need more this. No, it has to first start back getting to the family level. Isn't it funny how before 1964, with Jim Crow, Red Line, and all this, that black people married at the highest rate there was, and now without all of those, we at the lowest rate, right? So people can't tell me that we can't do this. Now, the second thing is this. Right now, we have a situation where the black community is a matriarchy. I'm sorry, it is. You said it, sir, about it being Big Mama. But the thing is, what allowed Big Mama to patrol the community was she had to support and back up what 6-4 mentioned about I'm gonna tell your daddy. That's or right. This and where daddy would come in with that muscle if it was needed. Okay. That's whereas right. Now it's this, and I'm not trying to beat up on the sisters. Please let me be clear on this. But it's this, I can do all bad by myself. I don't need no man. And now we see how black boys are doing. I used to coach. I'm gonna say this briefly and get you other callers. I used to coach, and how could I effectively coach when I would be mothers would come up to me and say, why my son ain't playing? I said, well, your son repeatedly arrives late to practice, and I make the guys earn this. I come here to see my son play. And it's like, ma'am, I'm trying to tell these young men that there are consequences for their actions if they don't adhere to the rules. And she was being completely defiant on this, and we have too much of that. Let me go back now to the tone police of the caller last. Ma'am, in all due respect, 51% of black men between 16 to 44 are single and childless. 66% of black men are in the middle class. 32% of black men are married. It is not the black men that are an issue. It is the black men that many of these women are choosing that is the issue. Now, if they would say and admit, okay, we've done wrong, there's some things that I can't do as a mother, no different than a man can't teach a woman certain things, and let these guys be able to coach, mentor, come into their lives, we would have a whole new community. But as long as we keep saying, oh, it's all about mama, women can do no wrong, I don't have to be accountable, we're going to have these boys who act in the same way. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for the call. No, that's real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk. Next caller, you call on up before we go off the air. We got these. I got one more pillow left for if you want. If you want to get this pillow, I like them. I'm gonna have to buy me one. Maybe I want one about that big so I can put it on my bed and I ain't got to lay down. Cause
your neck ain't that damn big.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of good points was made. Period. You know what I'm saying? And all points could be used. I just say this. If you can't shoot me in the foot and expect me to win a race for you. And I think a lot of times sisters don't understand that you shot us in the foot so much. You shot our image down with these kids so bad that they don't even have to, they could just look at me and have a disdain of something that I didn't do because you refused to do what I did to my son. I didn't tell my son because of Keisha did me wrong, fuck all women. No, I said, no, Keisha ain't shit. I don't know what old girl made of. I don't know what old girl made of. Oh my God, I don't know what old girl made of. I don't know what old girl made of. I don't know what that girl made of. You know what I'm saying? But I never broad stroked every woman because of what that one did to me. And I let him know that it's not fair to do that to not just women, but people, period. And I think that's why I say it don't take both parents to install the right shit in your kids. Just like that information I told him. It didn't take his mother to be there. I told him that. No, you respect all people until people disrespect you. And then at that point, you come to me and I will do it. Don't you come to me. That's what father's for. And come to daddy. And you say, Dad, I think this guy did. And I'm going to go to that man. And I'm say, hey, man, my son told me this. Oh, no, man, I think he got it wrong. Then I tell me and him will duke it out. It ain't my son's place to be trying to check somebody until he figure out.
Yeah, especially if he's grown.
Right. Especially
she has something to say.
I do want to say something to piggyback off your earlier tangent that you went on. I do want to express the importance of, yes, we do want to tell our children not to have sex and don't do this and don't do this, but we also want to power them up to know if you are going to do this, there's birth control, there's condoms, there's to protect yourself, because sometimes they still will do it. So why not power them up to be responsible? So if you're protecting yourself, guess what? You're not gonna, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get pregnant, and you're gonna make better decisions by me giving you both sides of what to do and how to do it. If you're gonna do it, let me at least teach you the right path to take and to be responsible.
I told him don't.
But that's not enough sometimes.
Anything can happen. Because as a father, that's how I told my son. I said, man, anything can happen. That's why the fathers is important. Yeah. I even showed my son how it could happen. I showed with the banana and the condom theory, I even showed him how it can happen. I said, this is why I don't even want you doing it, because it can even happen under protection. So if you can hold, and you could do this. You have only animals don't have control. Humans have self-control. We act like we can't have self-control. You can have self-control if the person who's controlling you has self-control. And again, it goes back to the head of the house.
Yeah, and that's something that's taught.
Yep.
Yeah. But you do have certain situations.
Listen. Our time is about to be up. Don't forget October 30th at the Bel Air Center on 8 Mile and Van Dyke, the movie Devin, Jay McClain's movie Devin, and Tracy will be there in the building. They got a pre-show jumping off with D. Jones and the other comedians in Detroit. They're going to be doing a free show, so if y'all get there 30 minutes earlier, y'all get the free show with the comedians, and I'll be there in my moon boots and G-string doing my thing. So ladies, bring your Bitcoins and all cryptocurrency, because you know Joe raiding y'all accounts at $600. So I'm trying to hurry up and get me a new way of getting money in this mofo. So until the next time, y'all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and don't forget, coming soon, Talk Yo Talk will be at the Ooh Wee Coffee on Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all come on out and join the live studio audience. Bring your $3 donation, and you get to drink coffee and eat donuts that whole 2 hours while we on talking our talk. We're going to have some guests coming in, and we're going to be just bringing it back and forth, and great things coming up for the stage queen and her crazy ass cast. And y'all just stay on the lookout. It's going to be wild. 2022, y'all. Expect great things from coming. And I am so elated about the movie. I know somebody who's in a big movie now. So y'all make sure y'all be there October 30th. Bel Air Shopping Center, the movie Devin. Can't change the people around you. Change the people around you.
Detroit, get ready. It's time to talk your shit. Hosted by the stage queen.